Yes, they are shot. Definitely. Definitely do. Why can't I view it? I'm just checking something, dude. Okay, whatever. You ready? So this guy, we're gonna go through videos regarding the conflict in Ukraine and Palestine, obviously. And we got some message statements from the Houthis. Alright? So remember what happened. And what happened is that America said that the Houthis would cut the fiber cables, right? They said that. But this guy, Saeed Abdul Malik, is saying that they do not want to target the cables. And he's the religious leader of the Houthis. Alright? In other words, it's some bullshit.
بعض وسائل الإعلام عن نيتنا استهداف الكابلات البحرية التي تصل إلى المنطقة، كابلات الإنترنت. ليس لدينا الاستهداف للكابلات.
We do not intend to target the undersea cables. In other words, America is lying. In other words, it could be that America wants to target these cables and blame it on the Houthis. Alright?
البحرية الواصلة إلى بلدان المنطقة. نحن توجهنا واضح، هو التحرك ضد العدو الإسرائيلي، ثم لأن الأمريكي والبريطاني ورطا نفسيهما في إسناد العدو الإسرائيلي نحن نتصدى لهما. ليس هناك أي نية لاستهداف الكابلات البحرية التي تصل إلى بلدان المنطقة.
And that is relevant. You see that line? In case America comes around and say, oh, the cables are gone, the Houthis did it. No proof. We got Israelis here. Israeli journalist and director Yuval Abraham says Israeli apartheid has to end during his acceptance speech after No Other Land won the best documentary at the Berlin International Film Award. Okay, not bad.
I want to say we are standing in front of you now.
Not bad, dude.
Me and Bassel are the same age. I am Israeli, Bassel is Palestinian. And in 2 days, we will go back to a land where we are not equal. I am living under a civilian law, and Bassel is under military law. We live 30 minutes from one another, but I have voting rights.
That's right, Sean.
Voting rights. I'm free to move where I want in this land. Bassel is, like millions of Palestinians, locked in the occupied West Bank. This situation of apartheid between us, this inequality, it has to end.
We need more of people like this, dude. We need more like this. There's something I want to double check. Boom. Whatever. Okay. This is a video from 15 years ago. Don't let them tell you it started on October 7th.
A young girl who has been silent raises her hand and says she has something she wants to say.
احنا بدناش نعمل سلام مع اليهود لانه اليهود هم يعني خلوا امي وابوي يستشهدوا، يعني قطعوا قلبي لما شفت امي وابوي يعني قاعدين بيستشهدوا قدامي، وامي راح نص راسها وابويا يعني راسه طلع عقله من راسه وتصاب بخط إصابة برجله. بعد هيك يعني كله أخويا صلاح قال يلا امشي نطلع برا. أنا تمتني هسه حاليا لقيت بقفص لأنه أنا أمي وأبويا مش عندي.
But we all knew it didn't start on October 7th. Harris fan, what's up? Привет. I thought you were from Russia. Free Palestine. Right. We got a longer video here. The West Bank under settler siege. A year's view on the expansion of Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestine. Move.
עם הסדר, בלי הסדר, מדינת ישראל חייבת לשלוט ביטחונית על כל השטח מערבית לירדן. זה תנאי הכרחי. וזה מתנגש עם רעיון הריבונות. מה לעשות?
Yes.
The Israeli government's ambition for the Palestinian territories comes as no surprise to Hafez Harani. This Bedouin's farm is in Masafa Yatta, the West Bank, on the edge of the Negev desert, and on the front line of an Israeli land grab for years now.
Look, that's a fucking civilian that's a settler.
The 7th of October attacks turbocharged that process. We've been filming with the Haranis over the course of the last 14 months. Watched an empowered group of settlers next door.
But these are settlers, dude. That's not the IDF.
To assault rifles. The Harani's cousin shot in the stomach.
This is why I shoot him, dude. He gets shot. Might just skip that one.
Hafez's mother bought this land after the family were evicted during what they call the Nakba in '48. He divides his life between farming and making sure they don't get displaced again. So, in 2006, for example, when the Israelis tried to build a separation wall here, it was Hafez on the vanguard of the protest. Now his son Hamoudi is the activist, fighting to keep this land. A fight that's about to get more violent than they could ever have imagined. It's the evening of the 30th of November 2022. Hamoudi and his brother Sami notice settlers on the edge of the village. The settlers are holding a demonstration on Palestinian territory. The army should intervene to stop it.
You should be proud, dude. They're suffering the most.
Instead, they're standing guard. The brothers, with a rifle trained on them, confront the soldiers. The expansion of illegal settlements in this area started years ago, but this night, in 2022, is different. Benjamin Netanyahu is about to form a coalition government which includes extreme right-wing settlers. And with their men about to take key positions in cabinet, the settlers on the ground are emboldened. The following day,
Gonna steal these sheep, dude.
Sheep. A young settler from a nearby illegal outpost drives his herd deliberately onto the Harani's land. Hamoudi rings the Israeli police.
He's grazing his sheep. He's a settler and he's like grazing his sheep in my land.
These are the mechanics of a land grab. Claim the grazing ground as your own and try provoke a reaction.
No.
Jesus, dude. Hey, Cleglock. I wrote to you about some people were claiming that Russia was out of APCs. It's sticky.
Another settler arrives by way of reinforcement. As do the army.
This is the way how they can confiscate my land. So they will just say this is like a settler land. He's just grazing his sheep, right? Or not? I'm speaking the truth.
Where are you from?
Hey, big bad boom.
This is my own land.
What is it? The Bedouin? What is this?
What?
It's Bedouin. You're Bedouin.
You don't know that?
You're Egypt.
You don't know?
You're Saudi Arabia. You're Jordan.
My grandparents.
Yeah.
My grandparents. They are
Your grandparents.
48.
They're Palestinian.
From the Beersheba, yeah.
So you're Bedouin from Beersheba. So your place is Beersheba. Your place is
Yes, and this is
Beersheba.
the land that my grandparents were living in after you evict them from there.
Beersheba, it's 30 minutes from here by car.
By car, okay. But they were living down. Why you evict them from there?
Hafez, Hamoudi's dad, the owner of the land, arrives.
יש הרבה תלונות במשטרה נגד
You clearly saw they did it on purpose, dude. Even in front of the fucking cameras.
Hafez and Hamoudi know how this will play out, but still involve the Israeli authorities. A way at least of signalling to the settler that they're not taking this lying down.
This is a closed military. You need to go out of the area.
زي كل مرة إعلان منطقة عسكرية مغلقة
It's a military zone randomly.
لازم نطلع من الأرض وزي ما شايفين هاي.
Oh, it's a military zone. The sheep can be there now.
Remember, we're filming this a year before the October attacks, back when there was at least a semblance of state-enforced fair play here.
No, that wasn't, dude.
On October the 7th, 2023, 40 miles west of here, 1,200 people were killed by Hamas, hundreds taken hostage. Everything changed that day forever.
I need a bounty, big bad boom.
Including Hafez Hareni and his family.
After the 7th of October, everything changed, really. Because, you know, the settlers, they start like ruling almost everything around here.
It's the 12th of October, 5 days after the Hamas attack.
The first time when they came with the bulldozer. We just like woke up, you know, and start like screaming, you know.
Do you know what's funny, Sean? We never see the Abrams in action, dude. They never did anything.
What are you doing? They just like, okay, go back home, and they start just shooting, you know.
At one point, a settler in army fatigues appears to shoot.
He saw this video, dude. They're fucking shooting at people hiding. He's gonna shoot at him. He's not gonna hit him though. That's a random settler. It's not like an IDF guy. He's protected by the IDF.
Unarmed activist.
Breaking news for Statman. What's that, dude?
They chased us, all the family, until the house here. You know, really, you know, I was really confused.
Hafez is pushed back into his house at gunpoint by both settlers and the police.
Remember when they were advocating for the leopards? Sure. They made like posters for the leopards. Oh, just you wait, Russia. And then nothing happened, dude.
The following day, the violence becomes even more extreme. Just after Friday prayers on the 13th, a settler comes down from the hill into the village. Hafez's nephew, Zakaria Adra.
This guy is gonna shoot him as well, dude. He's gonna shoot that guy. I'm gonna forward.
He's released after spending 3 months in intensive care and has agreed to speak to us.
I don't think Russia said anything like that, man. We said them America making up fear-mongering, dude. If we do this, Russia will do that. So said Russia. Well, they never said that, dude. Statements from the Kremlin doesn't come from the Telegraph.
The settler who shot him was using expanding bullets at the time.
This is the guy that was shot, dude. He survived at least. Do you guys remember this video? It's like 3 months ago.
According to his lawyer, the only consequences so far for the settler who shot Zakaria, he had his gun confiscated. We asked the Israeli police about this, but they refused to comment.
يقف بيننا وبين المستوطنين، المستوطن الجيش يعطي المستوطن حريته يشتغل زي ما بده، يلبس لبس جيش ويخش على الناس ويسوي اللي بده إياه.
The blurring of lines between the army and the settlers has been happening for years. Since October the 7th, that's gone into overdrive. A few miles from Hafez's farm, the start of a new illegal outpost. Trees planted in the names of fallen Israeli soldiers. Memorials that double as a land grab. We interviewed
Even using the fucking dead Israelis to grab land, dude.
one of the leaders who doesn't want to
I know, man, but it's just fear-mongering, dude.
give his name because he's been fighting in Gaza.
I do think that NATO wants to start a war with Russia. So then they're gonna trigger Russia into doing something, but essentially they're gonna go into Ukraine, the NATO force, to some extent. Russia will just hit them, dude. Hit them.
Gaza, and another condition.
Tom's, is this channel 4 UK?
הוא נקודה אסטרטגית שמונעת מהערבים להשתלט על מדבר יהודה. פה דוד המלך הלך...
Not bad, dude. Channel 4 UK also did good with the Al Ali Hospital. They seem okay.
פה הלכו האבות הקדושים, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, הסתובבו פה, טיילו פה, כן? הארץ הזאת צריכה להיות של עם ישראל.
We ask about settler violence. According to this man, it doesn't exist.
אני לא מכיר יהודי שקם בבוקר ורוצה לעשות רע לפלסטיני. מכיר פלסטינאים שקמו בבוקר והלכו לשחוט ילדים, תינוקות, הורים. זה אני מכיר. אני לא מכיר התנכלויות ל...
Yeah, but that's kind of obvious then. If NATO goes against Russia, there's gonna be conflict, a bigger conflict that's inevitable, yes.
לערבים, אני גם לא מכיר פלסטינאים. יש פה ערבים, אין מדינה פלסטינית.
3 months on from October the 7th, we're back on Hafez's farm.
It is very bad, man. It is very bad. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Settlers are now de facto law enforcement here.
I mean, October 7th until now, you know, we can't even pass this part of the land.
Hey, Simki, how are you doing? Hey, mortality. You have missed a lot, Simki. They're going into Rafah, and they bombed the north, the center, and now the south of Gaza. There's nowhere left to go. They're shooting the fishing boats at the coast.
We can't go out just to come to graze our sheep, our goat here. And you can see they just put the Israeli flag right on our trees and on our land.
They want to destroy Europe. They won't be able to destroy Russia.
And
they've seized about 2 acres of his farm. A military watchtower has been built.
2 to 3 years, dude.
Stone walls lit.
Just enough to get out. Just enough to get out, dude. I would go through the north.
Literally closing in on him.
Really, it's something make me so upset, and really, I worry about if they succeed, just like to take over the land, you know, because they have the power, you know, just to do it.
Before we leave, Hamoudi, Hafez's son, wants to introduce us to someone. Huda is a widow. She now spends every night sleeping in a cave with her family because she says her 14-year-old son and her animals have been attacked.
Where's the son?
احنا مستوطنين بحوشوا.
شو بيجوا عليك في الليل
يعني؟ بحوشوا بيجوا بالليل.
Can't get drafted bookshelf, I'm too old, dude.
ومدة يومين زاد عروسها. أخذوا تأجروا 4 عروس.
As the light
yes, I am.
Houthi walks with them.
I'm 40 years old, dude.
And to the cave
I won't get drafted.
Like their Bedouin
I don't even live in my own country. You will get drafted, bookshelf. And so will Matt's community.
طبت الحياة من مرة.
ليش بتحس إنه راح ترجع للدار بأمان وما يصير عليك إشي؟
You think so? I'm gonna hide in Siberia, boys.
يعني ما بتتوقع إنك ترجع زي الأول يكون في أمان وهيك؟
Since the October attacks, Huda's world, just like Hamoudi's, is shrinking faster and faster. The space to make a home, to harbor hope, now reduced to a hole in the ground.
Channel 4, dude. We need more of that, Toms. Why is that not? Hey, Hildebeest. How you doing? Channel 4 UK, Toms. We need that. They did the Al Ali videos as well. Very good. They did like ballistic analysis at the ground and shit. We got Africa here. Sputnik Africa, okay? Is talking to Mandela about the IMF. You're doing good, Hildebeest. Thank you.
Well, the old financial systems, the IMF or even the World Bank, have proven to serve the interest of the West. They have ensured that they keep impoverished countries continuously poor.
Satin, remember that non-stardom pro-American guy trying to pretend like the American IMF was not there to rob poor countries, dude.
And they're not getting out of debt. And then in this regard, we have had to look at alternative means of financial institutions. And we are proud in the BRICS family of countries that we have been able to establish a BRICS bank, which gives an alternative to the IMF and the World Bank. And I believe there is much more that can be done in that space in terms of seeing other financial institutions out of a multipolar system emerging.
A loan shark, yeah. We're gonna see them work in Ukraine. Israel presented its 30-day assessments of compliance with the ICJ decisions. Official stats were confirmed that the occupation state committed 19 different types of war crimes in the same period. Alright. So who is... this is not Israel making this video. The government media office. Deliberate killings of 30,000 civilians. I would agree because they're fucking bombing them, dude, and Hamas is in the tunnels, right? They're bombing the surface. Torture. Forced deportation. Hostage taking. Kidnappings. Attack on civilians, infrastructure, mosques, churches, hospitals. Starvation tactics. You got settlers preventing aid from going in, dude. Not the IDF, but settlers. The use of white phosphorus, dude. Every day. And then they steal money too, dude. There was like an exchange company in the West Bank. Oh, you're a terrorist now. We're gonna take your money. There was also that organization in the West Bank that was investigating IDF for rape. All of a sudden, they were terrorists. Yes. Infants dying of malnutrition and starvation and thirst, dehydration. UN being targeted. It's more than collective punishment, dude. Israel doesn't intend to punish the Palestinians together with Hamas. They intend to terrorize the Palestinians to force them to leave Gaza. Collective punishment is way worse than that, dude. IDF soldiers targeted attacks by packs of stray dogs. They got what? So the IDF were attacked by stray dogs, dude. Tom's. Yes. Hamas did it. I'm not sure this is about... I saved this for Daniel, but he's not here, dude. Daniel, are you here? Fucking typical.
What in the fuck? All this for fame?
Yeah. What do you do worse than that? Oh, I'm sure you heard.
No, tell me.
Well, I don't want to give too much. They do way worse than that.
Like, okay, what's the most extreme? What's the most extreme thing?
I can't share.
That you know that's been done with other...
Well, you've seen the sacrificial parts. Family members are dying and stuff, and it's like, oh, did they sacrifice? Oh, absolutely they did. Absolutely. A lot of them, especially the ones that don't got talent, and you're wondering, like, how the fuck? How they popping like this? Okay, so they came to them and said, hey, just like you have a regular contract, a music contract, or whatever contract, you have a contract with them. And this is what you're gonna do, and this is what you gotta give up. And they don't even really know the extent to what they're giving up besides the sacrifice, obviously. But it's way more than that. And to get out of the contract, you see these humiliation rituals and things like that. You gotta do a lot to get out of that shit. But you're gonna get what you want in the interim.
I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mama ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
My mama was sacrificed.
You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that. They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
No, not you, man.
But they can't control me. You
Not
see, it
you.
ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Didn't he just bow to Israel, dude? Whatever. We got Russian Air Force hitting Chasiv Yar with FAB 500s. Chasiv Yar is going to be a target at some point. Same key. There's bunkers and shit in Chasiv Yar. It's like a tiny version of Bakhmut. Toms, I thought there were tunnels going from Bakhmut to Chasiv Yar. Couldn't Russia take advantage of that, dude? Take a look at this. Communists marching in Brooklyn, New York.
Communism!
Communist revolution! There is only one solution! Communist revolution! Communist revolution!
This will never be allowed, dude. Why is she against this? I thought this was what he wanted. I thought this is exactly what he wanted, dude. This is a cult. What? Why? There was something else I saw regarding they are not a cult. I thought this is what you guys wanted, dude. What's the problem? There was another video with communists in America I wanted to show you. Hey CatCube. It's going good, man. How are you doing? We're looking up communists in America, which is fun as fuck. Daniel, you missed the video. Typical you. I saved one video for you and you weren't here, dude. Fucking typical. There's another video I want to find. But I don't know. It's from today, dude. Should be somewhere. I know exactly who posted that video I'm looking for. Just give me a quick moment. I'm gonna see if I can find them. Why is it a cult? Never runs a candidate in my writing, so I cannot. Yeah, but even if you could vote for them, there's no way that's gonna be allowed to penetrate the political establishment. There's no way to. But it doesn't matter. It's still fun to watch. The end goal on paper for Russia is to secure the whole territory within administrative borders of the DNR-LNR separation, Asemki, a buffer zone for Donetsk, and then Odessa, Kherson, Kharkov, Kopiansk, Sloviansk, Odessa, and Transnistria. Right? I don't think I can find the video I was looking for. I don't want to spend too much time on it. There's people who were confronted. Can I search for that? Communist. I can't find it, so whatever, dude. Zelensky allows foreigners to serve in Ukraine's National Guard. Ukraine is desperate for more soldiers, but remember that Ukraine's tactic is to retreat the Russian soldiers as Ukraine loses territory after territory. Right? Makes perfect sense. We got these two artists, whatever, painters. I called fire on myself. Oh shoot, dude. Is this about the Israeli embassy? I don't know if it is. This is made in Russia, obviously. CatCube, did you see Washington DC, the Israeli embassy? Makes sense that could you go through that, Satin, the link that Bookshelf posted? Nice catch. Hell, Bookshelf. Seriously, bro. You're doing Matt's community a disfavor, dude. At least they did something, Satin. They went outside and created noise, dude. What more have we seen? I'm not sure what else they're doing, obviously. These two people are very talented.
Командир, меня окружили. Я не буду сдаваться. Прошу атаку с воздуха на меня. Повторяю, огонь на меня.
It's like what Russell said, Bazarov. Communism is the cure for fascism. I don't know what this is about, Big Bad Book. But you know, I can see. It's the man I'll do. He called fire on himself. Oh shoot, dude. I understand. That's what this was called. Do you guys want me to read this? I called fire on myself. The holiday for the special operation. It's impossible to overestimate their contribution to the overall victory. Alexander Pohorenko was an MTR air controller in Syria. He highlighted important terrorist infrastructure for Russian bombers and attack aircraft. Often it was necessary to operate deep behind enemy lines. During one of these reconnaissance trips, he was surrounded by a large gang of militants. Pohorenko understood that he would not escape alive and drew fire on himself. Along with the heroic death of the Stali, the terrorist surrounding him was also destroyed by an airstrike. Yes, Simki, but time is fine, dude. It's okay to use more time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Take a look at this. Said him. I love this dude. That's the Abrams. $5 million M1 Abrams tank destroyed by $30,000 drone in Ukraine. Meanwhile, Taiwan ordered a 108 budget version of the M1 Abrams. Lol, America. Lol, dude. Lol, bookshelf. Lol. Matt said it's a cult bookshelf. No, Slavic Slav. I'm not. This is for you, bookshelf.
Of what nation are you a citizen?
Singapore.
Are you a citizen of any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you
Romania.
ever applied for Chinese citizenship?
Senator, I served my nation in
asking-
Singapore. No, I did not.
Do you have a Singaporean passport?
Yes, and I served my
Are you a spy, dude?
2.5 years in
Do you
Singapore.
have any other? Do you have
Do you
any
hate
other
America?
passports from any other nation?
No, Senator.
Have you ever been a member of the Chinese Communist Party?
Senator, I'm Singaporean. No.
Do we kill Americans?
Been associated or affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party?
No, Senator. Again, I'm
Okay.
Singaporean.
Let me ask you some.
That last moment, dude.
Let me ask you some
Yep. It's a new video, bookshelf. This one is brand new, dude. Fucking brand new. Empty cities in China. Wasteland of empty and unfinished apartment buildings, known as ghost cities in China. So these are in development, right, in China. And people will move into them eventually. They are planning this, like long-term plans by the Chinese, because they can do this, right? Meanwhile, the Americans are super fucked. Oh, ghost cities, fuck off, dude. And then look at this fake bot comment. I stopped investing in China after watching this in 2013. Everyone stopped investing in China. Fucking dumb cope by the Americans, dude. Pathetic attempt. Pathetic attempt, dude. We got some cute videos here.
Imagine a journey through a string of historic jewels, each gleaming with tales of Russia's past. Welcome to the Golden Ring. This collection of ancient
Fake Abrams. It is some dumb cope.
towns, nestled like treasures in the countryside, offers a glimpse into a bygone era. Picture yourself strolling through cobbled streets, where the air carries whispers of medieval stories. Discover Sergiev Posad, where the Trinity Lavra stands as a spiritual haven adorned with golden domes. Explore Sizdal, where wooden architecture paints a vivid picture of old Russia. Each town holds its own narrative, intricately woven into the fabric of the land. As you traverse from one gem to another, the Golden Ring showcases a world far removed from the urban bustle. It's a symphony of simplicity and elegance, a melody that captures the essence of Russia's timeless legacy.
We know Russia is not using human wave tactics. That's why Russia, when they're about to be encircled, they retreat, right? So they don't lose men. Ukraine does not do this. Remember people saying that Russia had more casualties than Ukraine, bookshelf. Makes no fucking sense, dude. Typical fucking dumb copers. Enablers for World War III, dude. So they can get an audience online. Frauds, dude. Is this even Russia? Golden Ring? Ancient Russian cities. 200 kilometers from Moscow.
The Golden Ring of Russia. Now, the Golden Ring is a loop of some of the country's most picturesque and historic.
This is very nice, Big Bad Boom.
Find no shortage of the classical onion dome churches. To do the loop, you can start in Moscow and make.
This is very nice, Big Bad Boom. Can we make our skate city here, dude?
The 12-hour journey.
Maybe here.
As you visit the 8 charming towns that make up the Golden Ring. Now, one of my favorite towns on the route is Syzdal. It's one of the oldest towns in Russia.
Where's the Greyfield click lock?
And was founded back in the 11th century. I really like the Cathedral of the Nativity with its blue domes dotted with stars. Another impressive town on the Golden Ring is Kostroma. It's the farthest one from Moscow, and it's home to an impressive Ipatevsky monastery that was founded back in the 13th century. I mean, there's just so many fascinating places to visit. So if you're in Moscow, definitely recommend checking out the Golden Ring.
Very nice. I had no idea. We need our own city there, boys. Semki. I put you in the case. We got people in Ukraine talking about casualties, alright? So Zelensky said 31,000. The other guy said 500,000. This guy is saying 40,000. The general staff talked about 7 to 8,000 missing in action. So the figure is somewhere around 40,000 then. Secretary of the Committee of National Security, Kostenko.
Те, що сказав президент, 31 тисяча, я був на комітеті, я не бачив, щоб там Генштаб і не чув, говорили, що у нас є до 50 тисяч, такої інформації не було на комітеті, я був практично на всіх комітетах. Десь вони говорили про 7-8 тисяч зниклих безвісті, тому це десь цифра до 40 тисяч, якщо там можна самому додати. Це от те, про що ми говорили. Тому от приблизно так. І те, що президент вчора сказав, і я вважаю, що в принципі прийшов час дійсно це розповісти суспільству, щоб вони бачили про ту інтенсивність бойових дій, ті втрати, які ми понесли, і скільки ми героїв втратили під час війни.
Okay. We got another video here. Survivors of Avdiivka are finding their family members, okay? After it was liberated by Russia.
Они испытали ужасы неонацистского режима. Каждый день мог стать для них последним. Спасались в подвалах, прячась от осколков и нежеланных соседей, боевиков ВСУ.
Remember, I showed you the video from 2015 where the Nazis was essentially taking over Avdiivka.
Речь о беженцах, которых в эти дни наши военнослужащие спасают из Авдеевки. Среди них и Петр Журавлев. Прошло всего 5 дней, когда он впервые за долгое время почувствовал себя в безопасности. В свои 70 лет пенсионер смог отстоять собственный дом. Там неонацисты хотели оборудовать расположение, но ни гранаты, ни автоматные очереди не смогли запугать мужчину.
Последние дни страшно было, что делались. Там и так они каждый божий день бомбили, а последние дни вообще уничтожают мирное население. Там бомбить нечего, там горстка людей осталось, и они их пытаются всех убить. Вот эти господа фашисты. Ну, нас не убили, мы выжили.
После эвакуации в республику пенсионера сразу отправили в больницу. Из-за нескольких контузий мужчина не слышит на одно ухо. Сейчас...
You know what I experienced? If you look at tweets today, Slav, there's way more realistic comments. I think in the beginning there were so many bots, dude. I think they lost 150,000 in the counter-offensive. At least, dude.
О нем заботятся медработники и волонтеры.
Все мне сделали. Надели, обули, кормят, все прекрасно. Прекрасно все, нормально. Сейчас вот дочечка должна приехать. Я не знаю, она должна была еще вчера приехать с внучечкой.
Единственное, о чем мечтает Петр, воссоединение со своей семьей, которую не видел более 2 лет. Связь с ними потерял еще осенью. Мужчина не ожидал, что уже через несколько минут он обнимет близких.
Ой-ой-ой, сейчас дайте поднимусь. Дочечка моя.
Я сейчас просто вот не верю, что я обнимаю дедушку. Наверное, потом, через несколько дней, до меня уже это дойдет. А сейчас просто ощущение, что это сон. И я
Наташка, ты моя.
сейчас проснусь, но я не хочу просыпаться.
Yeah. About the Red Sea blockade, right, that the Houthis are doing in support of Palestine. Greece will lead the European security operation as Speedies in the Red Sea, while Italy will assume tactical command. Germany and France will also participate. I'm not sure how. The Greek defense minister commented, Greece, as a maritime power with a leading role in global shipping, attach great importance to the need to safeguard the freedom of navigation as well as the lives of the Greek seafarers. We all understand that the participation in the operation involves significant risks. So America couldn't dislodge the Houthis from the Red Sea, and now they're gonna try with a Europe coalition. Lol, dude. Fucking lol. Meanwhile in Russia, we got Yas.
Вы долго готовились, наступил этот ответственный этап совершить 400-километровый марш, поэтому желаю вам от себя лично, от командования, вот, успехов, удачи, ну и чтобы у вас в это время в семьях тоже была обстановка спокойная.
Remember the Triton, dude. What's it checking for, dude? Just inspecting it. I wonder how much one of these fucking weighs, dude. What does it say, dude? Stay away. We got Daya Dugina here. No, not Daya Dugina, sorry. Alexander Dugin. He talked about multipolarity in Moscow.
Многополярный мир – это прежде всего философия. Философия. В ее основе критика...
Flammable. It was fuel, dude. So multipolarity is an alternative philosophy based on the idea that the West is not the only civilization on this planet, but merely one of many. Multipolarity is not anti-Western, but against the West's presumption of universality and exceptionalism. Russia as MO helped accelerate the end of the unipolar world. We showed the entire world that you can stand your ground against the West and say no. China offers an economic challenge to Western hegemony. The Islamic world offers a cultural and ideological challenge. Africa and Latin America are no longer Western colonies, but rising giants. Russia is offering a military challenge to America, easily, by the way. There's a battle between globalist West and traditionalist West. Ordinary Westerners are also victims of globalist systems. Nice one, Alexander. I know Jackson Hinkle was at this forum, dude, in Moscow. Ukrainian police are exempt from mobilization.
Поліцейський має знати. Поки він в поліції, він заброньований і на фронт не йде. Ну, якщо він не доброволець.
А чому поліція не воює?
Remember in Klishivka, Ukraine sent an entire battalion of fucking police officers, dude. All of them fucking died.
Хіба жінки поліцейські не можуть патрулювати? А наберіть жінок в поліцію, а наберіть там в поліцію, покличте тих, хто раніше був.
А чим хлопці поліції відрізняються від тих хлопців, які в народному господарстві працюють? А хто буде тоді захищати від злочинців населення? Хто буде приїжджати на виклики? Просто ці диванні експерти, які провокують нас до тисячі якісь роздумів. А хто б міг воювати?
Who's gonna protect the streets, dude? Women in Ukraine should also have to fight. I'm gonna guess this is Mariupol. I'm gonna guess, dude. Mariupol residents have already received more than 3,000 orders for compensatory housing. Compensation, okay? Nice, dude. Not even America has this. America has nothing like this, dude. From October 2022 to the present time, active work has been underway in Mariupol to provide compensation housing to citizens who lost their housing during the fighting. Nice one, dude. Could you imagine this in America? The FSB announced the prevention of a terrorist attack in the Zaporozhye region. An attempt by the Ukrainian Special Services to commit a terrorist act in the Zaporozhye region using chemical warfare agent, according to NATO classification BC, was stopped. The seized drug are used to create chemical weapons of mass destruction and were developed in the US. Dogs know they're coming, dude.
Для чего хранили вещество взрывчатое?
Ну, попросили просто сохранить у себя.
Нет, если оно там, с того пакета, тут это. Ну да. Да.
I wonder how they figure out these things, though, the FSB. Because US State Department burst into laughter over invasion joke.
Ready to work with them on how to achieve that vision.
But you have so many. You have so many tools. Just my last follow-up. Sorry, but you have so much leverage over the Israelis, and this is fundamental vision of the president. So you can use all the leverage you want, including weapons that you sell to Israel, to make sure that this plan is at least on the right path for implementation, considering we have like short time between now and November.
So one thing I will say about that people often tend to forget is that Israel, like other countries in the region, is a sovereign country that makes its own decisions. The United States does not dictate to Israel what it must do, just as we don't dictate to any country what it must do.
I thought that's all America does, dude.
We present what we believe are the. We present what we believe are the. Good one.
What did he say, dude?
What we believe are the must do. We present what we believe are the. We present what we believe are.
I don't know what he said, dude.
Good one, Matt. We present. No, I mean, but come on, yeah. We present standard.
I have no idea what he said. It was too fucking low. Should I try and see if I can turn it up? Hang on. It's possible.
Ready to work with them on how to achieve that vision.
But you have so many. You have so many tools. Just my last follow-up. Sorry, but you have so much leverage over the Israel.
So one thing I will say: sovereign country that makes its own decisions. The United States does not dictate to Israel what it must do, just as we don't dictate to any country what it must do. We present what we believe are the. We present what we believe.
I don't get it, dude. I don't get it, dude. I can't tell what he's saying. Unless we invade them. That's what he said, dude. Matt Lee said, unless we invade them. Okay?
We present what we believe are the. We present what we.
Unless we fucking invade them, dude. Okay? This is a good one for you, Satin. Move.
Do you have any idea how stupid we look to the rest of the world?
No, they don't, dude.
We have Julian.
They don't fucking know how dumb they look, dude. Americans looked fucked.
Assange in prison for 4 years, and we're here talking about journalism.
Yeah, it's a joke, dude. America is a fucking joke.
Ukraine is doing everything you're accusing Russia of doing. They've banned the
That's right, dude. That's right, dude. Russia is what America pretends to be.
Language. They have outlawed political parties. One of the things, no, we should talk about this because we're about to be perhaps in a nuclear war. The U.S. is going fascist. I don't know if you've read the Resist Act. We have Assange in prison. We invaded Iraq 20 years ago and killed 1 million people based on lies. And no one cares about that. They should be here to hear me because they're here to tell a bunch of lies. I should be on the program. The United States is in deep trouble. We have nothing to offer the world. China and Russia are bringing peace. They chilled out the situation between Iran and Saudi Arabia. The war in Yemen is ending. No, you don't have any idea how stupid you look to the world. How stupid everyone here in their pomposity. We're going to run around talking about democracy.
We won't be able to discuss that.
That's
can
good.
you keep it for the discussion?
I don't think I will be allowed to ask questions.
You will
here.
be allowed to ask questions.
I would like to
Just
ask about how we can say what we say about Russia when Julian Assange is sitting in prison. No one cares about this.
Bookshelf. Still here. Bookshelf. The Danish Prime Minister called on European countries to limit social spending and increase funding for defense and security. She said that freedom has a price and it's necessary to contain aggressive Russia. Globalist adventures will be paid for by the European taxpayers. This is what loss of sovereignty leads to. So, we got bullshit, corrupt politicians, even in fucking Denmark, dude, selling out of this country. Bookshelf, there's something, dude. Remember that fascist Russia bullshit that you called out, and you yourself said was bullshit. Alright, moving on. This is the first genocide in history that has been broadcasted live on television. Never before has there been so much graphic evidence of ethnic cleansing and massacres of civilians. Still, the Western world remains silent except Russia and China. That's why that fucking American guy, dude, didn't turn a blind eye. He died the most horrible way, dude. And the American establishment and mass community are trying to hide it, Bookshelf. New York Times crimes IDF soldiers masquerading as unbiased reporters ran literal Israeli propaganda piece in front pages of Western mainstream media. The first casualty of war is the truth.
I'm going to present some of the evidence that anti-Palestinian voices are being platformed in newsrooms in really dangerous ways.
Always, dude. We don't need the evidence. We fucking know it, dude. We fucking know it.
I'm going to give two examples. So the first of them is the New York Times reporting on rape in Israel on October 7th. I'm not questioning the possibility that sexual violence took place. What I'm looking at is what counts as credible evidence and which voices are being platformed. This was a huge front page cover story, and one of the authors of this piece is somebody called Anat Schwartz. Anat was not a journalist prior to October 2023, prior to this cover story. According to multiple sources, she had no reporting experience. She was a filmmaker who had made a movie about Israel called The Promised Land. She also, according to this...
The Promised Land, of course, dude.
...work in intelligence for the Israeli military. Now, before editors greenlight pieces, they very often look at our social media to make sure that we are, in fact, neutral, unbiased sources of information. If they would have looked at Anat's social media, they would have seen that she had liked several anti-Palestinian tweets, including this one here, which called for Gaza to be turned into a slaughterhouse. In the days after this article came out, it was a huge, huge deal. So the New York Times podcast, The Daily, had planned on doing an episode about it, but they quietly shelved it. And the reason why they chose not to cover this reporting was in part because the family members of one of the key victims that was included in this article distanced themselves from it. So they said that actually the reporters had manipulated them and that there was no evidence that their family member had been raped. I should also mention, by the way, that another one of the authors on this, Adam Seller, is the 24-year-old nephew of Anat Schwartz. So it's really hard to hold the phone up. I should also mention, I guess, that just over a week ago, the UN found, quote, credible allegations that Palestinian women had been raped by Israeli soldiers, but the New York Times hasn't considered that worthy of being reported on. It's not just the New York Times, so I'll give one other example, which comes from the Wall Street Journal, right? So this was an article that appeared in the Wall Street Journal in February, and it found that apparently the clues were there all along, that members of a UN agency had links to the October 7th attacks, and one of the Authors of this piece is somebody called Carrie Keller-Lynn. This is Carrie Keller-Lynn during her time in the IDF. This was an interview that she did where she talked about her friend Eliza, who literally created social media for the IDF. But again, Carrie is considered a neutral and impartial source to report on this. These unsubstantiated claims about links between the UN agency and October 7th were widely reported on. And as a result of those reports, funding to the agency was dramatically cut. So all of these countries either cut or suspended their funding to this agency with dramatic effect. This UN agency keeps people in Gaza alive. And this decision to cut money from the agency has accelerated the pace of Palestinian death. These institutions are willing to undermine their own credibility in order to put forth unsubstantiated claims from biased sources that serve to further the narrative of this Israeli government.
Yes, the UN confirmed that the Palestinians are being raped by the Israelis. And it's not something new. It's been going on for fucking decades, dude. It's been going on for fucking decades. It's just dumb projection, dude. You know, there was an organization in the West Bank that was investigating Israel for rape against children. They were designated a terrorist organization. Of course they were, dude. This is solidarity with Aaron, who burned his body at the very least. We can burn the Zionist flag. Protesters burned an Israeli flag, virtual outside the Israeli embassy in Washington last night.
They will no longer be complicit in genocide.
Thank you.
I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it's not extreme at all. This is what our ruling class has decided to be war.
Thank you. I need a hand. Thank you. Hold it up. Thank you, brother. Use your candle. Use your candle. This is in solidarity with Aaron, who burned his body. At the very least, we can burn the Zionist flag.
Let's listen to these people, dude.
We will free Palestine! We will.
Dibrusk, how are you doing, dude? You know what we needed you earlier in Matt's chat because his entire community collapsed, including Bookshelf. They went nuts over the moon landing, dude. The evidence you sent me yesterday, I gave it to them and they went completely fucking nuts, dude. And you were not down.
Free Palestine!
Yes, this morning.
I am an active duty member of the United States Air Force. And I will no longer be complicit in genocide.
I know she was. It sucks, dude.
An extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers.
This is a long video. People are starting to say that you should quit your jobs, Rusk, so you can be more on Twitch. Take a look at this. I'm not quite sure what the fuck we're looking at, dude. Satellite image reveals China reinstall floating barriers in disputed Scarborough Shoal. Barriers necessary to safeguard sovereignty. Where are they, dude? Is it this? Do that, Sibrusk. We need you in the mornings because we saw that video. I saw that video, Sibrusk. I feel like that guy, Mark Sliboda, I feel like he's just, first of all, he's saying a bunch of shit that's not true and he can't back it up. He's just saying, oh yeah, this and that happened and it's not true. And he's saying a bunch of obvious bullshit. I'm tired of that guy, honestly. And then Haifeng, who cares about him? He's just like, I don't like either of them. But Mark Sliboda is starting to fucking annoy me, dude. He said a bunch of stuff that he can't back up. Just rumors. And he's saying it like it's a fact, dude. Like confident fact. It's not. He's trying to pretend like America wants to win a war against Russia, China, Iran. That's not the case, dude. They want to wage a war against them. They don't want to win them. I feel like he's just... it's all talk, dude. All bullshit. He's a typical American. He's portraying his ideas as confirmed facts, dude. Yes, said Tim. Meanwhile, North Korea speeds up pace of secretive weapons shipments to Putin. Not Russia, but Putin. I don't care about this, dude. This is American bullshit. I don't care, dude. We got more pictures from Mariupol, I assume. Typical Russia, dude. SMK, mortality. This is Big Bad Boom. This is typical Russia. How do you deal with this? Look. This is like a closed system with weights. How the fuck does that work, dude? I don't know how this works. Hey, stop animal. He sometimes makes videos, but often he just drives around in a car and gives commentary. It's kind of boring though. And Patrick Lancaster does like interviews. It's not my style, dude. In Discord? Why? Bookshelf? Why? It doesn't seem relevant at all. I have no idea. I forgot what this is for, dude. I don't know why it's relevant. Yes, but I know Sibusk. We want Matt to watch that one. It's not gonna be fun, dude. I don't know, Bookshop, why that's relevant. Something about, I don't know. It's okay to be in a position in the life where reasonable, better to focus on getting yourself sex partner. I don't know why we want to read that now, dude. I don't know, Bookshop. Yeah, but why do you want me to read that now? Why, dude? Hey, Fuad, what's up? Ukrainian flags are being removed. Ukrainian flags are being removed from the streets of Zurich, Switzerland. Oh shit, dude. We got a testimony here. Yes, but that was days ago, Bookshelf. That was days ago, dude. We're doing a stream about Gaza and Ukraine. You should have responded that in the Discord. We could have continued the thread then and there. In general, you want to advocate good values, not copium values. He shut up. Testimony of a Palestinian who was brutally tortured by the occupation forces while they waited his home.
وصلت الحاجز
Sebusk.
وقفوني اليهود قالوا لي من ايش هذا؟ قلت لهم من الجيش، صدقوش انه هذا من الجيش الخبر.
They're trying to extract confessions from them.
أنا رمضان شملخ، عمره 21 سنة، من قطاع غزة. الحياة كانت طبيعية، وعاد رحنا على الشيخ عدلين، جبنا استنينا المساعدات، وعاد ما كانش فيه شيء. حي الزيتون كان مليان سكان. فجأة اجت الآليات وصارت تتوغل. لقينا الساعة 9 في الليل، تمينا احنا في البيت. الساعة 6:30 لقينا الجيش فتح الباب تاع الشقة وهجموا علينا. طلعونا من الغرفة، كنت أنا وأخويا الجريح وخواتي الثلاثة. خواتي قعدوا مع جنب وصار يضربوا فينا أنا وأخويا. ضربونا كتير، وخبط أخويا يعني صاب في 2014 وعمل عملية في بطنه، وخبطوه في العملية وفتحت العملية. بعدها أخذوا أحمد أخويا وخواتي الثلاثة، طلعوا تميتنا أنا عندهم، تموا يعذبوا فيا. وبعدها أخذوني على الدبابة، قعدوني في الدبابة، بعدها رجعوني تاني. بعدها قالوا لي بدنا إياك تأمن الشقق اللي فوق. صرت يزقوني على الشقة كدرع بشري ويمرقوا الشقة، كل شقة يأمنوها ويطلع اللي فوق على اللي فوق. لما أمنوهم كلهم في الطابق الأخير ضربوني، صاروا يرموا علي أحجار من القذايف، نيمونا على بطن.
They used it as a human shield, dude. They always do that. New York Times wrote an article that America have multiple bases in Ukraine. The CIA is controlling Ukraine. All this is since 2014, and now RT picked it up and made a video segment about it, right? And New York Times also said that this is part of the reason why Russia did the SMO, because America infiltrated Russia's neighboring country and posing a risk to Russia's border.
Now, the New York Times writes that the CIA, Britain's MI6, and Ukrainian intelligence formed a partnership to counter Moscow. According to the article, the Biden administration authorized spy agencies to provide support for, quote, lethal operations against Russian forces on Ukrainian soil. The report also sheds light on a vast grid of secret American intelligence bases located along the Russian border.
The listening post in the Ukrainian forest is a part of a CIA-supported network of spy bases constructed in the past 8 years that includes 12 secret locations along the Russian border. And the CIA also helped train a new generation of Ukrainian spies who operate inside Russia, across Europe and in Cuba and other places where the Russians have a large presence.
Former U.S. intelligence officer and host of The Whistleblowers, John Kiriakou, believes that it's no coincidence that this damning revelation is coming out now.
Whether the CIA is just advising the Ukrainians or advising and helping to implement attacks on Russian targets along with the Ukrainians, then the CIA has to take its responsibility from these attacks, especially when they're on civilian targets, accidentally or purposefully. I think we're probably going to see a lot of denials, maybe even half-hearted denials, saying, oh, this article got so much wrong. You can't believe everything you read. Even though the New York Times is one of the CIA's go-to media outlets, along with the Washington Post, if you look at this report, the authors say that they interviewed more than 200 people. So this is not a single source report where somebody told a fantastic story about the CIA. This is 200 different interviews confirming what we all suspected all along. What did surprise me was the detail that it went into, because usually this is the kind of thing that the CIA wants to keep quiet. And that led me to think that perhaps there's some domestic political message here, that this may be a warning to MAGA Republicans from the White House to say, look at this New York Times article. It's taken us 10 years to build this presence in Ukraine. It's taken us 10 years to cultivate this relationship. Look at all we've accomplished, and you want to throw it away by not...
No one is going to see it like that, dude. The American people are just going to see, oh, look at the CIA's investment, dude.
By not appropriating money for the Ukraine fight. I suspect that's why this was leaked.
Does make sense, dude. No Americans are going to think, oh...
And if I could make one more point, too. Oftentimes, when the New York Times, the Washington Post create relationships with intelligence officers that allow them to come up with these big stories on major cases, if the CIA or the White House complain loudly enough, the New York Times and the Washington Post leadership will kill the piece. And they didn't kill this piece. They published it. So I think there are several messages here.
No one is going to think that, dude. No one is going to think that. That we need to protect the CIA investment. Who gives a fuck? Tom, you had an idea about... I still didn't understand it, dude. We got a Palestinian here talking about getting a bag of flour for the first time in a long time. Nice. They're getting some fucking food, dude. A month.
من بعد قديش الحمد لله الحمد لله بالبحر الحمد لله وريشة والله العظيم من جنب الدبابة نزلنا والله العظيم في ناس استشهدت في ناس اتصابت لقمة مغمسة بالدم.
How are you doing, Fuad? Are you still safe? 20. Did you get back in the Discord, Satin? Did you get back, dude? Did you get back, Satin? Humanitarian aid in Gaza. Look at this, dude. It's falling in the fucking water. Airdrop aid reached southern and central Gaza, backed by 7 planes from Jordan, Egypt, Qatar, the UAE, and France. The second day of continuous aid dropped. Highlights ongoing efforts to address critical needs. Northern Gaza facing severe famine to receive aid later today. Meanwhile, as Palestinians awaited aid west of Gaza, Chinese forces opened fire, causing civilian casualties. Sometimes worry about this fucking aid, dude. It's like fucking poison and shit like that. We don't fucking know, dude. Just expect the fucking worst. We got a video here showing a sinking of an English tanker. Oh, it's not sunk yet. The Houthis lied, dude. BBC fact checked. Remember the video we saw of one of them sinking? It went fucking fast once it was first under. This is what happens. That oil, dude. I think it's oil. Just like lol. We got the Hebrew media here. For the first time, Lebanon's missiles reached 16 kilometers inside Galilee. This is in Israel. Hezbollah fired missiles into northern Israel. I think this is from... No, what is this? So this is... yeah. Same. It's not often we see this. Well, it happens every day, but not this far in, I think. Take a look at this. People online are enraged by this American. It's been 2 long years since Russia invaded Ukraine, but one thing remains unchanged. My daughter Adara, so remember, when you get a kid, their name needs to be unique because your kid is unique and you're special and no one else is. It's all about you. And you're just super special. So this kid is named Adara. He's totally committed to Ukraine's victory. Will this buy me a rocket to kill Russians? That's fucking disgusting, dude, right? So look at the Americans. How long have you been brainwashing your daughter? You're teaching your daughter to fund Nazi regimes who fund terrorists to kill American journalists. This is so weird and disturbing. Yes, it is, dude. Yes, it fucking is, dude. She thinks it's cute, dude. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Siburusk. On Saturday, we're gonna have Russell Bentley on the stream, who made a video today about NATO soldiers fighting in Ukraine.
Well, sure, and I mean, and what I meant, if I wasn't clear, was that, you know, the highly trained experts have been here since 2015. No, I mean, the
Jens Stoltenberg admitted they've been there since 2014.
Adrenaline junkies and the TikTok soldiers and the posers came after 2022. But there's been serious NATO soldiers, you know, professional killers from NATO military that have been here the whole time. I mean, these are the guys that run the complex equipment. I mean, Ukrainian soldiers aren't shooting the HIMARS. Ukrainian soldiers, Ukrainian pilots won't be flying F-16s here. F-16s will fly here, but it won't be Ukrainian soldiers flying them. You know, so the professionals have always been here. They kept a low profile, a very low profile. But, I mean, in 2015, up near Opudnoy, when I was in Spartak, I heard multiple radio transmissions from short-range radios with American and, you know, either English or Australian accents. You know, so there was multiple guys there from different countries on the front line, you know, almost 10 years ago now. So they've been here the whole time.
I'm not surprised, dude. I'm not surprised. They've been there the whole time, making US bases, biolabs, preparing Ukraine for war. Russia did the right thing, dude. Meanwhile, you got like SACAP, bookshelf, and match community coping for the opposite. Right? You said Avdiivka would never fall. We got this one. Construction of railway along the Azov coast. Rostov Melitopol and further to Crimea. Hey Kiwi. Augie said that bookshelf, lol. Look at this. Easy for Russia, dude.
А у нас железную дорогу строят. Будет поезд на Крым ходить. Класс.
Russia building a random railway, dude. Yes, big bad boom. Fuck yes, dude. This is the one we saw. Look. Bam. Ukraine has never built anything, dude. Russia did this. Easy. Fucking easy. And Ukraine is jealous as fuck, dude. This is in Kiev before the Soviet Union dissolved. Look, civilized. Proven success of communism. Yes. Police everywhere. It's a cult. Bookshelf. Everything is cool. Everything is chill. Look at the quality of the buildings. Everything's just like huge. Everything works. Paradise. Look, everything is cheap, everything is free, dude. No corruption. No pedophilia, no organ harvesting, no Nazism. Don't lie, bookshelf. No fake planes flying into towers. No fake moon landing. No bullshit. Bookshelf. No fucking bullshit, dude. We got an Israeli soldier here stealing money in Gaza. Okay, one of our missions, he says. Recently. 20 shekels. How much is that, dude? Let's steal whatever they can, dude.
לא, לחבר שגנבו לו 300 שקל מהרכבים של הרשות הארצית שלהם. אז הם החזירו את הכסף של המזינות. היא אחת מהמשימות פה.
Terrorist, dude. Early footage from today depicts Israeli airstrikes targeted residential areas in the town of Geopolitics, southern Lebanon. Daru. I'm gonna try to check. Hang on, bookshelf. Check log. I'm gonna check if there's some new videos. Big Bad Boom sent me some videos as well that I forgot to show you. Look.
Bless you.
Phew.
Oh shit.
Look, dude, it's completely in trance or something. Fucking weird, dude. This one, I'm gonna show you this again. Take a look at this. Nazis in Ukraine. We condemn this, we don't support Nazis and we condemn it. Bullying, dude. And then the Stepan Bandera song, dude. Nazis in Ukraine. We condemn it. Condemn it. Okay? Take a look at this. That's China, dude. That's China. I've seen this one before. I'm not sure if it's like a hoax or something. You ready? Listen to the sound, dude. Look. It sounds like the guy recording is sincere, though. That sounds sincere, dude. Right? Let me see if there's some news since we began. Hang on. NATO to send Europeans to war in Ukraine. Oh. Amateur ballers, what's up?
After the complete failure of the Ukrainian counteroffensive and the horrific losses of the Ukrainian army, despite the multi-billion-dollar supply of Western weapons, NATO lost its hope of winning this war via the forces of Ukrainian men and women. Ukraine is already running out of soldiers. Western warmongers cannot solve this problem with money in any way, and someone needs to die until the war ends. The Ukrainian defense is crumbling on all fronts, and it is high time for Kiev's Western patrons to take decisive measures. Apparently, they have made their choice. European leaders met in Paris and discussed sending European troops to Ukraine. Macron is trying to take on the role of the main savior of Ukraine. He loudly declares that the Europeans will do everything to prevent Russia from winning this war, but so far they did not reach any agreement, and they are still looking for a consensus. Shortly after Macron's loud statements, many European leaders were quick to express their disagreements with his ideas. The Greek Prime Minister said that sending NATO forces to Ukraine is out of the question. The Prime Minister of Slovakia assured that he would do everything to prevent the direct participation of Slovak soldiers in the war in Ukraine. The Prime Minister of the Netherlands declared that the issue of sending troops to Ukraine is not on the agenda. Unfortunately, it is obvious that Western warmongers have already begun to prepare the European population for the upcoming escalation, and this process cannot be stopped. Apparently, the main question for Western elites is who to send to war and in what legal format. France, as a nuclear power, was not accidentally chosen as a public European leader. After all, the risk of Russian strikes in Europe in response to a Western intervention will grow, but Paris is not at the helm of this whole adventure. It is not for nothing that the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State for European and Eurasian Affairs came to Paris to take part in the meeting of European leaders. While Abrams tanks began burning on the Ukrainian battlefields, Washington is likely set to go into a scenario of a coalition of the willing. This plan was announced in the fall of 2022 by the CIA. The concept is based not on the framework of the EU or NATO, but on bilateral agreements between some Western countries with Ukraine.
Germany, France, Denmark, Sweden, Norway. The ones who signed security agreements.
Poland, which has territorial interests in Western Ukraine, is likely to become the main power of the coalition, mainly supported by the Bucharest 9 countries under the general leadership of the US military. In fact, the format of such a coalition is already clear. It remains to be seen to find the bravest one who dares to take the first step across the border.
Shit, dude. Remember what Matt said? Bookshelf. Remember? This is a video about Apple AirPods.
If you wear Apple AirPods, you may be at risk of something even worse than looking totally cool.
250 scientists from over 40 countries have signed a petition to warn against radio wave radiation from wireless technologies.
Think about AirPods. You put these on your head, they communicate through your brain, and they are very clearly producing a significant amount of microwave electromagnetic field EMF radiation. Look.
Whoa! I'm not you again.
I've tested it. It's very clear. AirPods are producing a huge amount, and you're wearing them for sometimes hours a day when you're at the gym. There is a solid amount of research, over 1,500 studies, and the vast majority of that research suggests that this microwave radiation is harmful for your body. There's also studies with human sperm showing that when they are exposed to these EMFs, they have more DNA breaks and their motility is impaired. Look, there are easy solutions here. Wired headphones are going to significantly reduce the amount of EMFs, especially if your phone is on airplane mode and you are listening to pre-recorded content while you are using them.
Yeah, but there's fucking radio waves everywhere, dude. Fuck you. You did this, Bookshelf. You fucking did this, dude. And it's gone. I think that's all we had from Ukraine and Gaza. I think that's all, dude. On Geopolitics, I'm gonna have Russell Bentley on Saturday. So you need to be here. Yeah, that's it. It's issue with the Bluetooth on Cyprus. It is an issue, dude. I talked with people about this like fucking 10 years ago with radio waves from Wi-Fi, just Wi-Fi. It's an issue. And people said, oh yeah, but it's low frequency. Yeah, fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Dude. Okay, that's all we had from Israel and Ukraine. We'll go through that again tomorrow.